So we had our first track day in the Supra, and it went about as expected. It's a completely stock car right now with OEM brakes, OEM brake pads, OEM tires from 2019. The only thing that is modified on this car is an intake that came on it when I bought it, and it definitely struggled on track. There's definitely not enough front camber, especially with these 3-year-old tires, and I was really pushing through the corners. It's pretty good on corner exit. It gets a little snappy on you if you're not careful, but as long as you keep it in a little bit higher gear, it'll exit just fine. The transmission's absolutely awesome, flawless all weekend. The biggest issue I'm having right now is cooling. COTA is a very high-speed track, and you're on power for a very long time, especially down the back straight. And when it started to get warmer in the day, around 11 a.m. here in Texas, it started to pull a bunch of timing. And so for the first lap, I'd get to about 150 miles an hour on the back straight. And by the second or third lap, I'd only get to about 110. And GR86s were pulling on me, so that hurt my feelings. I was out there in the advanced group with a bunch of Porsche GT3 RSs, McLaren 720Ss, some really fast cars. So I was given a lot of point buys, so I wasn't able to get a really clean lap in, but it was the only session that I had available during the day to drive. I got to about a 235 with this setup, and looking at the optimal lap is about a 232, which is what I expected on these tires with these brakes. I think if I just swapped out tires and brakes, I could do about a 229 in this car out at Circuit of the Americas. As a reference, a SS 108 Camaro will do about a 230, a 229 on some good tires, and a Porsche GT3 is in the 220 to 222 range, just to let you have some sort of frame of reference on what the car can do. All of these things can be pretty easily remedied. We've got some coolers from CSF going on here. We're going to get some brakes from CSG. We'll figure out what tires we're going to be running. We're going to get a wheel set up. Just bigger wheels and tires on this thing would do this car wonders. But really, you're going to need, on a sticky tire, between 3.2 and 3.5 degrees of front camber. We're going to need a lot more rear camber, only at about 2.2 right now. And we're at the max of what this car can give you from the factory. So we're going to go and throw the full SPL kit on this thing and really dial in the suspension. We'll get some shocks on here, aero, power eventually. But I'm going to show you the progression that this car makes as I develop it and show you how much track time you're able to gain with each of these improvements. But the big thing right now, we have to get some more front camber in this thing and really dial in the rear alignment as well. I'm going to show you underneath the car, show you the alignment, and show you what improvements we can make.